Hi, I'm Ben Meyer.
And I'm Mr. T.
Also known as Rob Wright. And this week we're gonna run through a few news topics. Wanted to send a quick shout out to Ben for breaking our old table and helping us get this new tabletop here.
$20.
$20 from IKEA, but it looks great. The first thing we wanted to talk about was this week there was a protest in St. Louis against America's Army, the free game produced by our Defense Department as a recruiting tool. It's a pretty decent game. There's a lot of online play with it. But a bunch of Iraqi war veterans actually went to this recruiting rally, about 100 strong, and chanted out, "War is not a game, war is not a game." And you know what? I got to agree with them. There's something really creepy about our government producing games directed at kids and getting them and kind of just muddying the waters. I know, there's something different about, I don't know why it's any better that somebody's trying to make money off kids playing war games, but it just is. It's weird. I don't like it. And there's other guys that don't like it too. There's a professor in Nevada, I believe, that has been going on the online version and getting himself killed and then announcing somebody who died in Iraq.
Like a real soldier's name.
Yeah, a real soldier's name and protesting. So I think he's done it 1,200 times. So
you gotta love performance art. Performance art,
and he's probably annoying the crap out of the people playing up there. But I at the end of the day, I don't know if I agree with that tactic, but it's creepy. I wish they'd stop.
I see your point on it, but the thing, when I hear about America's Army, the thing that really bugs me first and foremost isn't that the government is in, or the Army is in the business of video games. It doesn't really bother me that much. Not to your extent, at least. What really bothers me is that we have so many chuckleheads in the government, okay, complaining about violent video games, and here the government is in the business of video games, where you're running around shooting people. How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It's hypocritical. It's nonsense. I'm tired of it. They can take America's Army and shove it up Congress's you-know-where. I'm so tired of this. I'm so freaking tired of it. That's all I want to say about that.
I know there's another guy you're tired of.
Oh! Yes, speaking of anti-video game activists, this one not in the government. This is, of course, Jack Thompson, the Florida lawyer, who is on one might call a holy crusade against violent video games. He's taken his battle against Take-Two and other game companies to the next level. I mean, this is like really next level. He is trying to subpoena the President of the United States, George W. Bush. I don't know why. I can't make heads or tails of it. I've read the story. Game Politics has a good entry on it. But I really don't understand what he's hoping to gain out of getting Bush. I mean, the guy can't testify in front of the 9/11 Commission. Why is he going to testify in front of...
He's not. And
what do you think about this guy?
At best, stall tactic. I'm the resident legal advisor here.
Yes.
I think... But for gamers, I think it's a good sign. I think maybe he's actually off his rocker. He's lost his marbles a little bit. This case, by the way, is not an anti-video games case. This case is is in front of the Florida Bar Association to keep himself from getting disbarred in Florida.
Yes.
So he's trying to save his own skin, and we'll see if he can do it. I'm not sure he can. The last thing we wanted to talk about was the virtual flood of video game movies.
Oh, yeah.
Some of which sound better than others. I'll probably see Resident Evil. Looks kind of cool.
Resident Evil Extinction.
But
you and I can go together.
But let me just read.
Not like that, but
yeah, maybe not together.
Not like that. I mean,
Joust. The producer calls it Gladiator meets Mad Max.
Joust is not Gladiator meets Mad Max. All right, I know Mad Max. All right, I lived with Mad Max. I love Mad Max. Joust is no Mad Max, sir.
Street Fighter.
They already made movies. They made an animated movie. They made the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
This one's focusing on Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
So slightly better. You get the female action hero movie. It's been done a lot, but
there's others. There's like the Kane and Lynch more recent game. Kane and Lynch.
Yeah, never heard.
I mean, it's not it's a good game, but it's not a big game. It's not a big franchise like Halo. Hello. How come I can't get a Halo movie? I mean, I'm not the biggest Halo fan in the world. Everybody knows that. But I'd go see a Halo movie. From Peter Jackson,
Peter Jackson,
I would go.
he could do Super Mario Kart the movie, and I'd probably go see
Right,
it.
Super Mario Kart's a great game. But yeah, there's just so many games out there that they're picking, like, it's like they're intentionally picking bad games or old games that aren't really in the public conscious anymore, and making like cheap bad B movies out of them, like direct-to-video movies. Alone in the Dark 2. And I can't get a Halo movie. I can't get like a big budget, like really well done Halo movie. This has got to stop, Ben.
Shows you how big a deal bureaucracy and corporate power struggles are in getting these things made.
Indeed.
But that's all the time we have this week. I'm Ben Meyer.
And I'm Rob Wright.
And we'll see you next time. That was much better.
Wow, don't ever touch me again.
That was much better. You got a job for another week.
You touch me again, I'll take Dupree to your head. Okay? Your head is going to look like that old table.